That's so silly.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back.
Hey. Welcome back, Dwayne. You were missed last week. I was struggling. I was struggling, man. Hey,
I know.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
guys.
man.
Nice, cool. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of No Country for Otakus. Trying to know something here different with a shared screen, so we like look tiny as fuck. You don't want to see us.
Yeah.
Dwayne's back, boys. As I
Yeah.
alluded in the beginning.
Guys, I was sick. I was deathly ill. I was vomiting all over the place, and I was in so much pain. But thanks to my brand new friend,
I told him.
I was able to stop the vomiting in 24 hours by obeying my thirst. Bitch, drink.
He brought a whole 7-Up. Yo, man brought up a whole 7-Up. Yes.
What's up, man?
Hey, so we're gonna do a quick catch up. So, bro, how was the vacation, the staycation?
Oh, it was good. I watch anime till death. I watched an anime called Toko. Really good anime, very old, 1986.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I've been taking like original anime intros that have really bad openings and putting like proper music to it to make it seem good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't work, bro. Like
Not for that one.
Not for that one. I can try again, but oh my word. Like, ooh, like the anime is good, but the intro was so bad that every time my son heard it, and my son sings everything, he was like, Dad, you need to stop. I was like, damn. He was like, just skip the intro. My son is 4.
Damn.
So
I was like, which son? Okay. Anyway, so as I said before, welcome to No Country for Otakus, episode 10.
Really?
Big episode 10, man. All of them.
We made it.
All of them.
And no one sued us, banned us, or tell us shut the F up.
Hey. Last week was rough, man. The YouTube didn't want to cooperate. They kept copper because if he was here last week,
because you're trying to steal from Bandai.
Bandai Namco did not appreciate me showing some trailers, and then that was the first one, and then the second one is Nicolas Cage has
what?
Nicolas Cage has a movie coming out called Jiu-Jitsu with Tony Jaa. That was another trailer that I showed during the movie half of the show. And yeah, that got claimed. I mean, I disputed. I was like, dude, like we're talking through it. Wait a minute. So but they allowed me to show it.
Because I only listened to the audio. The Jiu-Jitsu movie is actually about Jiu-Jitsu. There's
a lot of fighting and stuff in it. It's not
with Nicolas Cage.
It's not about Jiu-Jitsu because they're like fighting like aliens and shit. but there is fighting and they're using I think they're using Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know. You got to watch the trailer.
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
I think I cut that part out of the audio. Like I cut like a lot of the trailers out because I was thinking if the person's just sitting there, all they're gonna hear is, oh my god. So like I cut out the trailer parts, but if you watch the video on YouTube, that boy best, you would see because I still
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, please. I need followers. I want to get the 30 followers by the end of the year. I want to get the 30 subscribers by December. Make it happen. Anyway, but The audio went fine. It's just like I listened to it. I was like, man, it's because I literally woke up that morning and I messaged Dwayne, and he didn't answer. I was like, dude, he's out of it. And then I literally planned that solo episode by myself. 20 minutes before the show.
Don't worry, I love it. Get a tip, we will make it better.
Yeah, you can only go up from there. Anyway, so this week's episode, now to finally get to the episode, we had to do a little catching up. We're going over the Two Hellsings, man. We got oh man, I just realized they're the same post.
Woohoo! Alucard.
So
and if you're wondering, it's actually Dracula.
Yeah.
Reverse.
All right, so there we go. So there's actually two. There's the one that came out in 2003, I think, or 2002.
2001.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I was trying to shoot from the hip. Yeah, 2001. And then the OVA came out in like 2006, which is Ultimate. So we're gonna try to talk about both, and then we're gonna go ahead and compare the two. Rewatching these was rewatching the first one was it was a different experience than when I watched it back in 2001. So, well, I didn't watch
How
it.
old were you in 2001?
It was in 2001 when I watched it. I knew it was in 2001. That's where I am confused with the date.
Okay.
Because
How
2001
old was it when you watched it?
2001 I was 12, bro. I didn't know shit about anime. I was so fucking young. Like, I definitely didn't watch that in 2001. But
okay.
I remember. I think I watched it in like 2005, 2006.
Okay.
So yeah, I was at Polytechnic.
Okay, yeah. I watched it when we was at. Actually, yeah, I was at BCC, so I was.
You remember you went to
2
BCC.
years ahead of you.
Yeah, you went to BCC before me.
Yeah.
BCC is Barbados Community College. For any questions? Yeah, you was at BCC and I went to Polytechnic first, and then I swapped over after.
Yeah.
Never finished BCC. No.
You never did?
No, I did a year, then I moved here.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
don't worry, you're still more qualified than anybody in the island.
Hey man, BCC was cool, man, except for the math. Mm-hmm. The math sucked.
Okay.
Why you say yeah, bastard? Anyway, so
let me stick to anime and not motivation. Because you led to people.
It was okay. I met good friends there. Emilian. All right.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man.
Anyway, so let's get back to the anime. This is what happened when we don't talk for 2 weeks, man. We're gonna do a lot of talking after this review. So we're gonna go over the first one first. 2001. You want to go over it since I think you said that you watched it over?
Yeah, I watched them both. It was. I think I enjoyed it because of the nostalgia of it, and not because of the anime itself.
Yeah, I feel
you. Can I say that? Because I don't want to upset all those anime meatheads out there. Whole series is the best thing ever. Not really. The manga was great. Don't get me wrong. Because after I watched it, I was like, nah, man, Hellsing could have been so boring. So I read the manga and I was like, okay. So it's just the time it was created.
Well, to be fair, man, I'm gonna be real with you. Back then, we were still like, when we started, we were just like excited, like, bro, look at this shit, bro. Because
yeah,
my anime was
blood.
Yeah, it was
guns.
It was kind of first. It was our like intro into it. So like a lot of us, we had just started watching anime, so we were binging shit. And then you got this vampire. He pulls out these big fucking guns and shit. Like we were just bouncing off the walls at that point.
Then you got demon dogs and all sorts of junk. It was that's what I say. It was good for the nostalgia. If I had to rate the anime now, I said the first one was okay for introduction. And then I like it because it had its own story. Like halfway through, they kind of went away from the story.
Yeah, they went away from
because
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
guess
the manga
because the
wasn't done
manga
yet.
was
Yeah.
exactly the manga wasn't done. They were trying to finish it,
Mhm.
and the incognito arc was actually pretty cool because um they introduced the vampire coven, which I was like, yo, like I actually forgot about them.
Right.
Like so then they introduced the vampire coven with Victoria and how there's a latent power for Helena to be better than Alucard and that kind of stuff. And it was interesting. It actually captivated me. Like, yo, like this deserves a second season because there's more story to tell.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But they just did the OVAs in 2006. And then
yeah,
it wasn't a second season. Was it?
yeah.
No,
No,
it
no,
wasn't.
no, no. It wasn't a second season. It was a
Right.
complete remake.
Complete remake,
Um,
right.
yeah, but that first one, the story was pretty good, and I thought it ended like it should continue, but it ended in the fact that this arc is done. Like
Yeah.
that's it. So it was pretty good. I won't rate it high, but it was pretty good. The OVAs, you could tell that when I watched the OVAs, Liz literally comes from like, all right, guys, we can remit Hellsing. Yeah, yeah, bang, 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 and we got some money. Yeah, we got $2 more. Yes, fuck yeah. All right. Oh, I can't get no better. And we know how to do computer graphics. Kill your dog. Yes! Oh my god! And then he made me super crazy on special effects. Like that's literally it.
So what happened though in the OVAs, which was crazy, is that there was like 3 different animation studios.
No.
Bro, yes. So I only found that out recently, obviously, because I was trying to prepare for the show and stuff. So apparently, episodes 1 through 4 was made by State Light or something. And then Madhouse did 5 through 7.
5 to 7. Yeah, I know Madhouse did 5 to 7 because
you could tell.
You could tell.
Like,
and also, Madhouse got a stickler like, yo, if you produce this, you will know. Madhouse. In the song, in the picture, in the intro.
Look, Matt, Madhouse notorious, bro. 1 season. Their boys do 1 season. You'll be like, we need another. Then sell it to like a big company. And then the other company fuck up the animation. And then I think I got it here right now. Graphinica did the last set.
Oh, Graphinica.
So if you're watching it, if you ever watch it or you're going to watch it and you see, obviously you could tell when Madhouse shows up.
Yeah,
they let you know. But when you start to see like the art style, like you're like, wait, this
changing.
This doesn't seem like this.
Because the first studio, the colors weren't bright.
Right.
They kind of fits the old style. And then like 5 to 6, like Alucard red was crimson, like I was like, yo, like Madhouse, like, I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, like, it was dull. Like the colors were still the same, but it was more story based rather than a weaving a story and action. So, but it was still good.
Like, I don't know how you pulled that off. 3 different studios.
Exactly, and it was like you couldn't really tell until Madhouse went like, we are doing this. Bah, 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 bah.
They do rub it in your face though. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna know.
Yeah. But I love them though. Madhouse is my favorite like anime studio.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I just don't like that they only do like 1 season shows, man.
You know what? I think for Madhouse, I could be wrong, but the way Madhouse comes across to me is that Madhouse does anime for manga that doesn't have a lot of popularity. Right. Show a season, get people hype into it, and then if you want to find out about it, go and buy the book. Literally, because that's what happened with Hunter x Hunter. Like the first time Hunter x Hunter came out, it was okay. Like people were seeing it a bit like not Naruto, but it had what was it? Digimon kind of art style. The story was slow, and then there was constantly like breaking it up because the manga didn't done. And then Madhouse took it over and did the whole season like, yo, you can fight the king. What? And then end. No, what happened? Google 99 manga. Oh, Netero's a genius.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I mean,
what they do, but they do a lot of they do a lot of I don't want to say obscure, but not as popular stuff. Like you wouldn't see them do like Naruto or something or Bleach when they don't do stuff like that. They do a lot of smaller ones, which is cool. I ain't mad.
I thought they would have done Demon Slayer, like that was up their street, but bro, nah.
Man, yeah, it would have been nice to see them do that though for the first season.
Yeah,
I think.
But we know how Demon Slayer going.
Yeah, it came out so popular. I don't know.
Naruto.
Well, at least the second story, the next story arc is going to be a movie, so it doesn't release on our site till next year. Japan's already seen it, so they're having the time of their life. But anyway, so
man, it's hot in here, and I need to.
I'm gonna clip this up and start tag these people in this shit. So when I first watched, back to the anime. So when I first watched it, man, listen. I was so hyped at the beginning because I saw shit like this. Oh, it's not playing. Oh.
Bastardos.
Until the target has been silenced.
So imagine as a kid, you like say, "Oh, you like this thing."
Who do you think
I know I saw the English when I first saw it because it was like 2000.
What do you mean?
When he pull out this gun here, so like,
the jackal.
Out of the way, human.
B, you know, an amazing stat, and probably not that true. But I was reading like some fan art and stuff like that, and somebody said that when Hellsing came out and he pulled out the jackal, that the sales rate for the Desert Eagle in America went up.
I believe
like everybody was just buying the Desert Eagle. I was like, oh my god, really?
Probably one of the most ridiculous weapons out there. Why is that a handgun? I always like when they're doing movies and they shoot that shit with one hand. I was like, your wrist is broken. What are you doing? Your wrist is broken. So from my perspective, I was young, man. I was so hyped. I finally got to see, I was now getting into anime. It was like, man, and then I saw this vampires. At this point, vampires weren't sparkling. So, and he pulled out those weapons, bro. And let me tell you, the voice acting. If there's one thing about this anime, both of them, is that this is one of the English dubs that you like.
That was perfect.
Man, dog. Hellsing's voice.
And it was set in London, so you had a lot of British accents. Usually American British accents are stereotypical. Bro, Alexander was killing me. I was like, yo, this man's so Irish.
There's Alexander up here at the top. Yes,
Father Alexander.
He used to fight for the Vatican. He used to fight for the Vatican. The church.
Mm-hmm. The Iscariots.
The Iscariots. So yeah, that boy. He was probably one of my favorite characters. The when Alucard, I keep saying Hellsing. When Alucard and Alexander first met, Alexander put some good licks on that boy, man. So he had to go back to the butler, Walter. I was like, hey, I need something with more kick. And that's when he brought up that black gun that was Desert Eagle by 5.
Yeah.
So then we got cool scenes like this. Look at that shit. That shit big as hell.
out a duel to the death. Oh, Judas Priest.
Man,
It's about time.
it's about time. Anyway,
Situation.
whoops.
And I will lop your head off.
All right, so the reason I'm trying
man.
to keep that into less than 30 seconds is so that like trying to avoid like copyright shit, because YouTube don't want me to be great. But
They're trying to keep us down.
they're trying to keep us down. So
Fight the
the
power.
Helsing is actually the organization, and the leader is this lady down here. Currently, and her name is God.
Integra.
Ooh, you gotta say the whole thing.
Oh, Integra. Van Integra Helsing.
There we go. So pretty much, as Dwayne was saying, the first one, it starts out. They go. This priest like turns everyone in this little county into fucking ghouls, because he's a vampire and shit. That's how you got introduced to Alucard,
The organization.
the organization, and Cirrus, this girl up here.
Ceres.
At that point, she's still human, and she's the only one left because they set like a police force down there. Everyone gets wrecked except for her. So Dwayne Helsing walks in and starts telling the dude he's a piece of shit, and he pretty much has her locked up. And the only way to kill her is he shoots through her, and then with her permission turns her into a vampire. And from there they start dressing her in like super tight clothes and
Man, there was dressing shit in super tight clothes from beginning.
I know, but like at that point, it was like, oh man, there's a big hole in her chest. Oh shit, she's a vampire now. And then Alucard gave her a chance to become an independent vampire, but she wanted to stay
To become greater than him, but
Yeah.
she
wanted to
felt
stay-
bad because she was drinking blood and not human anymore. You know, I was like, you idiot.
But
Like, do you not understand what is happening?
she did throw around that fucking 50 cal rifle, shooting that shit from the hip though.
I know, right?
Like woo, we dead if we do that. What happened to your hip? I did dumb shit. Look.
Happened to your war.
So that was pretty interesting. So she and him they pretty much put her as part of the Hellsing organization, and they go through a dude. I would say the Lord's work, but that would be Alexander's job. So
Yeah, you don't want to start another Spanish crusade.
and as Dwayne said in the Lord, as Dwayne said,
Oh man,
as they were going, it splits off. They start doing the original story because at that point the manga wasn't finished. And then like what they came up against the vampire covenant shit like that. Was that what you're saying?
No, they came up against. So basically, what was happening is that somebody in the vampire coven was creating artificial vampires through a microchip, and then the eldest vampire in the coven, Victoria, who was a little girl, been alive for like 2,600 years, and they went to her for consultation, and then she met Ceres, and she was like, "Your master is Alucard. Do you understand what that means?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "No, you don't, because you're still human." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And then a whole different like curiosity, I guess, story spark, as you would call it, was created. But they focused on the fact that the guy was making microchips and they need to kill him.
Yeah. Incognito. It was a good final fight.
It was.
No. What I just realized though is that Alucard OP's fuck. At the end of that fight, I was just like, all right, that's just unfair though.
Like if we had to create a list of OP people, you'd have to go Alucard and then One Punch Man.
But One Punch Man was supposed to be a troll on overpowered. That was the whole
exactly.
But, yeah.
But still,
you ever watch Overlord?
Yes.
I
haven't watched third season.
That motherfucker OP, bro. Holy shit. So,
but in some ways, right? I get why he's OP, and I'm actually okay with that story because
well,
he's human. No, he's human, so he know all the ins and outs of the games, whereas everybody else going by the parameters set by the game, and he just like.
But he was also, but he had also. There's a totally different anime. We going off the rocker here. In Overlord, the game he played the game all the way up till he became that strong. Cause it was him and his boys, but he just happened not to be able to log out for some strange reason. Anyway.
He fell asleep before he
hit that's a good list. That would be a good list to talk about. I think that dude from Sword Art Online is pretty OP too.
Nah, because apparently I haven't watched the newest seasons yet.
No, that boy Jesus.
And he from what I saw in the trailer, he was getting his ass bust up.
Oh well,
and then I watched the movie, and he got his butt kicked.
I tried to tell you.
Huh?
I watched it. I finished it. He's Jesus. Anyway, I
was actually talking to Jermaine the other day. And I was saying, like, bro, if they ever created nerve gear like that, I would be like the inclination that there is a God is true because I am He. Like I would go off B.
Oh God!
Look, in Skyrim, I literally trained my character to be OP so I can rumble and burn up villages. What do you think I will do if you give me access to all of my mind to create a game character? B, I can be the wind. My character could be a tornado and just be like, ha ha ha, everybody dead.
So you pretty much realize at the end of the first that Alucard, even though Alucard kept saying that immortality is a joke, but he was immortal, like a little confused. Anyway, so
yeah.
All right, so
because he had gotten to the point where he was just bored. He lived for the fight, obviously because his original human person, Vlad Tepes, and he got to a point where vampires weren't at his level, except the same two in the coven that you met. And the man was joyful, but the man was like, yes, I actually get to unleash everything.
He enjoyed fighting.
Too much.
He enjoyed fighting Alexander too, man. You know, he didn't do all the crazy shit that he did at the end of the first Hellsing.
And that fight was interesting because in the second one, the OVAs, it got to a point where Alexander was like, yo, I can't beat this man. Let me roll out. I was like, what? Like, that is the definition of overpowered me. Because everybody was like, yo, Alexander got this. He can fight. He got this. And then the man was like, nah, man, retreat. Man was like, what? You never retreat. I am today. Goodbye.
That boy dipped. He dipped hard. I was actually like, wow, didn't see that shit coming.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So then in 2006, shortly after, they released the OVAs like we were talking about that was made by 3 different production studios, and they call Hellsing Ultimate.
Yep.
And yeah, bro, action. You want to watch action? There's a lot of action in this one. So this was based on the Nazis.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. The Nazis.
Them men went in.
Bro. And
man was like, you thought Hitler was evil? I am scientist.
This guy, bro. This guy right here. The Major. That boy.
Demented B.
But he gave some speeches, man. He gave them speeches. I was like, yo, this dude weird.
Yeah. But you know what? That's exactly what I mean by studio production. Because when he did those speeches was during the studios that was based more like you could tell because it was all talking.
Yeah.
It was monologues. I was like, what? Like, what's going on? And some of these speeches was fair. Some of these speeches actually made you think, like, yo, like this man actually got a point. But then you're like, yo, I agree with the Nazi. Does it matter if he's real or not? It's like, yo, this is weird. But they really came from a philosophical angle and talking about how, you know, the way the future is moving is more towards government controlling everybody and no one having autonomous right to their own ideas and strengths and stuff like that. And that's why he was fighting against people. That and the fact that he was just intrigued on if he could really beat Alucard. That was it. And I was like, yo, that's
yeah.
like if you weren't mad.
I was about to say this still was batshit crazy, dog. Like, like you think that deep in there, I'm just like, that motherfucker was crazy, bro.
He was
that whole army though. It was pretty cool that they like invaded. Pretty much they did the it's like the anime version of the vampire version of the Blitzkrieg to England. You know, they pretty much just bombed the shit.
Blitzkrieg?
In real life, where they pretty much bombed the hell out of England. But they pretty much.
Oh, I was thinking Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
That's what they did to England was the anime version of Zod versus Superman, where the entirety of Metropolis was gone.
I was comparing to like real life Nazi bullshit to the anime.
Oh, okay.
But I get what you're saying. Ooh, Man of Steel. I watched that the other day. Still love it.
Me too.
So pretty much like a non-stop action through this whole thing. Pretty much right up to the end. For like a little second, they made it seem like Alucard had died. Psych.
Yeah.
Then he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, I had to kill this dude.
Overpowered.
I had to kill this dude like over 1,000,000 times, just to make sure that he was pretty much out of my body." I was like, "Wow!" Like someone actually sat down and wrote this, huh? So,
yep.
So it was cool. Definitely, the animation was. The music wasn't as good as the first one. If you compare music.
Nah, the score wasn't as great as the first
Right.
the first production of the anime.
Yeah,
it was more focused on the action and the graphics and everything.
Yeah. The voice acting in this one was good. They got back the same guy to do Alucard.
Walter.
Walter.
Yeah. And what you call Alexander?
Yeah. Was it the same guy for Alexander? Sounded a little different. But
voice was a little huskier, but it was
but also it was years later, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what did you think about the fight with Walter? Because that was different from the old one. The fight with Walter and Alucard, I was like, yo, Walter's a badass.
Man, he was always a badass, but that fight did him justice, man. It was good to see that. I was actually like, I didn't expect him to end up fighting Alucard though.
Yeah.
But, that was cool to see. I actually enjoyed it. The strings and shit.
Angel of Death, man.
Yeah, he was clean with it. He's like, you want to fight, old man?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I also like the pivot they went with Ceres as well, and how she finally accepted the blood, and then she became like a true vampire.
She was a beast too. Strong as fuck.
Yeah, she lost she arm and become blood and just tear up people. I was like, what? So you overpowered too? Like, what going on?
They all overpowered, man. She also got that. She got that special blood. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because it's like everybody regular just turned into ghouls. She got
virgin blood.
All hard. And then what was interesting though, what I thought was interesting is when they started going to why Alucard was working for the Helsing Corporation. I was like, so the original Van Helsing I guess actually defeated him, and instead of killing him, they made him their bitch.
Yeah, because the first anime,
But they kept him in the basement.
yeah, the first anime, Alucard went into Helsing's house to kill him and ended up getting captured, and he's been in the basement ever since.
In the basement. And then she went down there and talked to him, right? When she was a kid or some shit.
No, she was being chased by her uncle, who was trying to kill her.
Right.
And then she got shot and the blood splattered onto his face. And because that's the only thing that rejuvenated him,
yeah,
he decided, yo, as years passed when I was living, and it just worked with you because you seem to have a fun life. That was it. And then in the OVA, it was a bit different. The Van Helsing was hunting him and he killed him. But then he started to come back to life, so he put him in a coffin and had the coffin in the basement, never to be opened unless and then all those years that he had him, because you actually see it, he had the witch insignia on it,
right?
That he will always be tied to Van Helsing's life. So when Van Helsing died, he was like, "Yo," he told her like, "Yo, you need to go in the basement and give some blood because that do get away." Harry boy dead.
You need to go down there and sort this shit out now. Code red.
Like, you offer a hand if you have to, but you don't get down there.
Don't let that dude run wild. You imagine that, but like you really sit there and think about it, it's like, yo, if that dude had actually like got out instead of ended up being like working for the organization, bruh.
Like, what's the point in the organization?
Yeah. So, but it was pretty that organization had all the autonomy, man. They do whatever the fuck they want. We only answer to the queen. God save the queen. So, okay, so I guess this will be a little different because we're comparing the two. So I guess we do individual like ratings for each, and then
yeah. Okay, so the first one, I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5, just barely above average. Sounds about good.
Yeah, I give it a 3.5. It was a good story. I like the fact that they created their own story and it didn't clash with the original.
Some people were mad about that, man.
Why did
but if there's no material, what am I supposed to do?
Same thing with Naruto. Like, honestly, right? I shit on Naruto, but yeah. And that was the thing that pissed me off. Like, you got a story, and then all of a sudden, like, this will really piss me off. You build a whole story. Naruto and Sasuke are supposed to be best of friends, and they split because they are equally powerful, right? So they become, unbeknownst rivals. They split. Then you're like, yeah, next season, Sasuke back in the village trying to catch a cat. Hey, fuck. B, that pissed me off. So you have, so the story never really gelled, and it was terrible. And then
go ahead, finish what you were saying.
The war was too long. Like,
well, what kept happening with the war is that they were catching up. They kept catching up to the damn manga, and they had to stop.
And that's the thing. They would catch up to the manga, stop, put in some extra like episode that really didn't fit with the manga, and then when the manga did come out and they made the manga episode, then they were backtracking on things that they said from the last. It was stupid, man. But if you actually watch Naruto, that follows him. If you read the manga isn't great. I actually give it a 2.5, but the story is okay.
Damn, 2.5? Fuck.
Yeah. You can't have a great manga and a terrible anime. I'm sorry. You're trash.
He's hating, guys. He's hating.
Of course. But yeah, and the OVA for Hellsing, I give it a 4. I actually no, you know what? I get it 4.5.
Damn.
4.5, just because you took one story, gave it to 3 different studios, and still come out with a pretty okay anime, and kept the same kind of story and style.
Yeah, they kept that.
Besides Madhouse just going, Madhouse, we're here for 4 episodes. Goodbye. Yo.
Goodbye. He said goodbye. We're here and we're out. Peace.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I give them 4, man.
Okay, that's good, man. So I'm pretty much the I'm rewatching Hellsing. Because originally I was like, man, this shit bad, bro. That like I rewatched it now. It's like, oh, okay. So it was just the times. So yeah,
Yep.
I give it about a 3. About 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. For the actual thing. Character. There's some stuff that I wish we could have. I wish that original one is that I would have rather have multiple seasons, and then if it was possible, work in to the
Nazis.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they could have done that the way it was. You get to finish up.
That's what they're doing with Bungo Stray Dogs.
Oh, okay. I haven't started that. That shit on my watch list.
It's good.
It's slow.
They had the original manga story. Then they caught up. So then they dipped out, and now they're back into the original story. But it all fits really well. So yeah. So yeah, man. Okay. And what'd you give Ultimate?
Ultimate, I give it a 4.
Okay.
I want to say a 4.5. Yeah, about the same, about 4. Because it was a different. Pretty much, it was a brand. Like pretty much, it was a new story and everything. Man, I like the villains in there. Not saying that I like them in real life, but you know.
Oh man.
That shit was crazy. It was crazy, man. That dude, like, the story is always really good if you got a really good villain. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got a good villain in that bitch. It makes the hero looks even better sometimes. You know what I mean?
Agent Smith, Dr. Doom, Darkseid.
Well, they haven't been a good Dr. Doom movie. So.
King Bradley. Oh, we should do Full Metal Alchemist.
King motherfucking Bradley, man. Oh. I'm surprised we haven't done that yet. It's just, it's because I don't want to sit through all them episodes.
Bro, all them episodes are worth it.
I know. I'm watching so much different anime right now. like all the.
Yeah, I try not to rewatch the classics. Like, I think I'm on 54 for Full Metal Alchemist.
Which one? Brotherhood or the original?
Oh yeah, Brotherhood. Come on.
That's it. Okay, man, relax. Anyway, so that's the 2. And then if we compare the 2, each of the cause we still gotta do the comparison, then we could go and talk.
Oh yeah.
I'll take off a shared screen and we just ramble about some shit for like another 20 minutes. Comparing the 2, I would say if there was one for you to watch, I would say, you know, if you want action, like a lot of motherfucking action and shit, I would say watch Ultimate.
Yeah, go for Ultimate.
Yeah, go for Ultimate. You can see a lot of gunplay and shit. The voice acting, like, it's watch it in English dub. I'm gonna be real. Like, usually I watch a lot of sub. This is one. Watch it in English.
You can appreciate both languages.
Yeah, but definitely watch it in English. That was fun. So Ultimate, but you know, if you want to throw back to 2001, you know, cloudy drawings and shit.
You compare them for yourself. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. So they're both worth it. I did see like a couple people that didn't like the first one because, like I had mentioned, well, they didn't match the manga. Well, half the manga wasn't out, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's worth it, guys. You know, see some action. Know that a la carte OP fuck, and have a good time. All right, that's it for that. Okay, I actually found the stop share button. It's on my other monitor. It, like some strange way, like pushed it to the other.
Rookie.
Hey, we back on big screen. Woo! Hey. You call me a rookie? You couldn't help me?
Man, I ain't there.
No, that's crazy. Man. Gotta hide the porn. Yeah, I'm just joking. So yeah, bro. So that's our review for Hellsing. It was a good time. We got 45 minutes, man. Like last week, I was struggling at 30. It's like, man, it's a long thing. It's hard, man. Because usually I would say something, and then you would interject, and you would say something, and then we would bounce off each other. But when it's just you, you literally just give me your point. So I pretty much just spoiled the entire fucking anime for everybody. Oh my god, spoilers, man! I'm about to spoil the shit out of this.
You even spoiled the plot twist. I was like, yo,
I get.
They told him he might be alive. Like, no one knows that yet.
No one knows that. I was saying that I think. That's why I said I think. Because my rule of thumb is unless I see a motherfucking body, that motherfucker alive, man. That's the same thing. Like Sarah for the end.
You know what?
Best friend. You never actually saw him die. You saw the other kids die, but you never actually saw him die. And then he comes back as a vampire. So
yeah.
I'm not following.
You know what? I just got to the point where if it's not 1982, the character is still alive because everybody can't handle death. Seriously. Because holy shit, you scared the hell out of me. What the fuck?
What happened?
Jesus! My son just burst in. And it's like dirt in the house. I was like, what the fuck you supposed to be? I was like, yo, I gotta stop somebody breaking my house. All right. Right. If it's not 1982, everybody came back alive. Because you look at Jinrobi and everything of that era, Akira, they died. And then you look at everything of this era. Oh, we'll find a way to bring him back.
Well, I'm gonna be real.
I'm tired of the fairy tale endings.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Is nothing has been the same since they brought Superman back.
Superman?
Superman comic way back.
Yeah.
I did. They brought him back to life. I honestly think that broke animation death. Like that broke comic, manga, all that shit death. For everything. Like it just broke it. No, they just bring people back willy-nilly. Oh, he's dead.
Because if you look at Death in the Family, that hurt me be like that was such a great comic arc. And then the man turn around and say, yeah, he's back as a ninja. Like, come on, man.
Back as Red Hood?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, come on, man.
Dude, did you see DC released the animation for Death in the Family, like a recent one, and you could interact, so you could choose if to save
Jason or not.
But the thing is, I don't know if I should say no. You should watch it yourself, though.
Okay. Thing is, if I watch it, I can't interact with it though. I also hate interaction movies. To me,
it's not that much. It's like a vote, like save. Don't save. It's like one thing, I think. I just don't want to tell you what happens at the end.
I'm not gonna save him. I enjoy watching Joker practice his tennis hand. I've been playing tennis with Harley lately.
If you choose,
tell me, which one do you enjoy? Front hand, back hand.
If you choose,
you know what? I'll work on them both.
If you choose to save Jason, Batman dies.
Oh, that's great.
What you got against Batman, man?
Nothing, but somebody had that.
Yeah, pretty much. It trade life for life, equal exchange, Full Metal Alchemist. Anyway,
you got cheese in your head, man. Jeez.
So that was pretty interesting in doing that.
I want to watch. DC actually released Deathstroke. I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. It got really good remarks. But I think no one really knows about it because it came out when the most recent Mortal Kombat, DC, and then DC Dark Apocalypse, Justice League Dark Apocalypse came out.
Okay.
And it kind of like slid in between them. And the only reason I know is because I always check DC stuff. And I was like, oh, but like literally our like PlayStation now would like advertise all the new movies and stuff with DC. Mm-hmm. And it didn't get any advertisement. Like the man was like Dark Apocalypse, Mortal Kombat. And I was like, yo, that is pretty harsh. I guess because it's Deathstroke. Like, yeah.
Where the fuck did this come from? You weren't here yesterday. So, fun times, man. So, hey, man, what you got going on this weekend, bro? I gotta get my vacation days set up.
Yeah, I am this weekend. I'm gonna sit down and script out a flow on my second book that I'm working on. Woo-hoo. I'm also looking to, figure out. I might put down some plot ideas for the comic that I'll be working with you with. Woo-hoo. And chop the shit out of the people at Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, Jiu-Jitsu, man. So you start back doing that?
Yep, I do Jiu-Jitsu and Wing Chun, and I have my test on Thursday.
Do you do it with a mask on?
Yes. It is the hardest thing ever.
Everybody I assume no, but I powerlift. I do a little powerlifting. A little lifting, and squatting, 500 plus, 600 plus, with a mask on is ridiculous, bro. Because you go to breathe. It's already hard enough to breathe. Cause I do high bar, so the bar sits up top. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone looks at me weird. They're like, "Why are you doing high bar?" I guess there's like lower bar where you could sit it lower on your back.
You sit it on your traps, but you go forward a little bit.
Yeah.
You use your back to level it. I hear it.
Well, I've never done it. I've always done high bar from bodybuilding. So
yeah, just do high bar.
It was like, bro, why? Oh man, you lift all that weight. Imagine what you would do a lower bar. I was like, oh, I thought they went to bed.
TV on. They are. It's been asleep for an hour. Go.
Not no more. Yeah, so squatting without a mask is pretty hard because every time I try to breathe in, you gotta go soon, huh?
Cool. Now imagine, right? You are already fighting to breathe because you're in a choke hole, and then you have a mask on. Like literally, like a normal choke hole. They say you last about 7 seconds. With this, somebody passed out in 3. He was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I don't like it, but rules of the facility, so it is what it is.
Nah, you gotta do it.
If I need to breathe, I just take it off. I'm like, yo, either trim me out or let me breathe, because I am taking this off right now.
I mean, you can't just walk off after the spar and take that shit off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can, but I mean, if halfway through the drill, like you need to breathe, then breathe. And people are like, oh yeah, but you'll be spreading COVID. Bro, we are sweating on people.
Yeah. I guess the point is, if you really was worried about that, you probably shouldn't open the dojo at all, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good point. Didn't think about it that way, but yeah, definitely. Good point.
Because somebody had to go at me like, oh yeah, yo, people shouldn't be doing martial arts, blah, blah, blah. Yo, spreading disease and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you going to play basketball with your shirt off. How retarded are you? And they're like, oh yeah, but we're socially distanced. Really? When somebody all up in your face trying to get a ball? Retardedness. Right.
Yeah.
I gotta go because my kids are calling me now.
Yeah, I can't keep seeing you look down and stuff. But anyway, that's cool because last week was a 2-hour episode. I didn't even realize that shit went on so long. The review was 40. The review was barely 30 minutes, and then me at guest host Edwin, bro, we went on for like an hour and a half about fucking.
I enjoyed the old movie critics though. Like y'all
I
made me.
tell you that this is us at work.
I watched The Matrix again. I was like, damn, like damn. Oh, I never really did see that because when I watched Matrix Loaded, I literally skipped to the Chateau House. Oh, where the man was like, see, he's just a man. And I was like, yeah, you see that head? That's Wing Chun. Ha ha! And because I like Tom Fuzz. I like to see when he uses Tom Fuzz to beat people. The fight with Agent Smith, and then I go straight to Reloaded. Revolution.
Oh, so you skipped through Reloaded, huh? But you actually sat down and watched it after last week.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that was pretty interesting. This makes sense though.
Because dude, look, when we was in the office, that was us. Like we said it in the episode. We was like, yo, we used to almost get in trouble for this shit. Cause we were just sitting on like talk about the movie, and then like 30 minutes would like, yo, bro, we gotta work. So you had to go back to his desk. I'm like, so that I was like, I remember at the end, I was like, bro, we at 2 hours, man. We gotta stop. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, okay. But so it's a shorter episode today, but we did get a lot more anime discussion in compared to last week. Episode 10, guys.
Episode 10.
It's a celebration. So, just to celebrate, I'll give y'all like a nice 30 seconds of some classic music. Let's give it a second. Guess what movie this from? Show for us from.
Baywatch.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for episode of No Country for Otakus. Be sure to check this out if you want to see the whole show on YouTube. That Boy Best. Links in the bio. And also we have the audio version on anchor.fm. And you just write in No Country for Otakus and it'll pop up. And,
No Country for Otakus.
And today we did a lot of stuff, man. We drank some 7-Up, so. Still
stopping me from vomiting.
Gas down the lip all the time. And
sponsor us.
Hey man, we'll give you some good exposure, man. Be sure to like I say, all the socials in the bottom, and y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, man.
See ya.